I didn't even know I was an entrepreneur. Let's start with that. I didn't start off to be an entrepreneur. I started off, trying to get extra money to take care of my kids. And so that's kind of how my entrepreneurial journey started. It was about how I had done everything that the world told me I was supposed to do. I had gone to college, I had gotten degrees, I had a good government job, I had a good government job with benefits and all of that good stuff. And I just still wasn't making enough to take care of my family.
I love Waverly, and I love the things that we know that can happen in this community. And I know what this community needs. And I sought out the Greenmount area because I know what Greenmount needed, and they needed a bookstore.
Overall, I can't imagine another vehicle in America outside of entrepreneurship that would allow me to have had the journey and the trajectory that I now have for my life.
What we do is based in helping other people understand that they have a stake in society. That is the only way to make Baltimore the city that it could be. Everyone has to be able to play. Right now, we have a game where a small amount of people are getting to play, and we have hundreds of thousands of people on the outside looking in, and that anger and aggression that comes from not being able to participate is the single source of all of the issues and problems that we have. People feel like they don't have a stake in society, and we have to change that.
So funny because I say, I'm gonna have my own business. That way during the day, if I want to go to the gym and work out and play basketball, I'll just go and play. I have not even thought about that gym since I started being a business owner, okay? So it's funny because I think, definitely I've learned over the years that, being an entrepreneur, you definitely work harder than working for someone else, quite honestly.
We need platforms like this to be discovered. And that's not just for me, that's I speak for everybody who is silent and who doesn't get an opportunity to be here, because I dreamed of stuff like this. I never thought that I would even be in business, almost 16 years later, because they say the average small business fails in 5 years. I tripled that.
I always knew I was going to be an entrepreneur. I started my first business at 25. So I was self-employed at 25. I was a daycare provider, and that gave me my reason for serving God, family, and community. And that's why I'm here today, to serve. And I do it well.
Of course, my same advice would be to just do it. Even if it's something that you've never heard before or seen before. Stop looking for the approval of others. Most of the time, if you've not seen that somebody done it before, then it's probably going to be a little bit more, if it succeeds, it's going to be a little bit more better because you're actually the first person to do it. Like a lot of times people, like now, it seems like a lot of people are just waiting for the approval of someone else. Because how many times have us ourselves even seen something or invention come into play? And it's like, I thought about that. Why didn't I do that? You understand what I'm saying? You have to start somewhere, and why not start with yourself?
There is a certain point when you just have to make the leap, and that it's tricky because I know for me personally, I wasn't looking to, I didn't know that I was going to be starting a business. It presented itself in such a way where it was like, it was sort of the part where you have to ask yourself, do I want to be down the road and look back at this and say, what if? And I don't ever want to be in there. I never want to be in that position.
You need to be building up friendships and relationships with other people who you aspire to be like, in order to be able to, tap into that potential or their friend's potential.
It honestly took a lot of consistency. It took a lot of, dealing with myself and trying to tell myself just to keep going, that don't give up. And, eventually people will come around.
You want to have naysayers all day, every day, and you got to block that out. Sometimes you even have to block out your own messages, those negative messages running in the background. You've got to block that out. But it really is just believing that you can do it, and also recognizing that in the moments when you can't, you just get up and you dust yourself off and you just jump back in.
Started to recognize that being 16, well, not 16 at the time, but 14 at the time, and doing smoothies, like no other young woman was doing it at the time, and it was different. And it attracted a lot of people.
As an entrepreneur, you you can't be timid with things, right? You got to go for the gusto. I always tell people, why be a monkey when you can be a gorilla?
I have these 3 rules that is like my motto for kids who want to start a business, and they're called the 3 P's of starting a business. So if you want to start a business, the first thing you have to do is find a passion. Like Cameron's passion is making jewelry, my passion is cooking. Find a passion, because having a business is hard work, and if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to want to go with it. And also find a problem, because there's several different companies out there that it's probably like your idea, but if you find your why for it, like mine is empowering other kids. So that's my why, that's my problem that I'm trying to solve. And then the last thing is find a profit, which is how you're going to make money.
One of the things that got me to where I am is that I never said, I don't think I should do that. You know, I typically will try almost anything. And then once I try it, I'll say, okay, that might not was a fit for what I'm doing right now. But I think one of the things, the biggest thing in entrepreneurship that you shouldn't do is just don't quit.
I am sitting here and I'm trying to keep my heart in my chest, Miss Alicia. So that's
I'm not Miss Alicia, I'm Alicia.
You see me trying to stay calm.
Okay, all right, that's the calmness.
You're good.
Okay.
Do not let the cover fool you into thinking that's all we're willing to do. Like, just because you see that we're putting, how can I put it? Because we don't know what we don't know, it doesn't mean that we aren't willing to work to know so that we can be successful. So if you have the resources to help little people like me, and you see that I am driving, you see that even though with a little bit of information I got, that I'm willing to help the next person, help me. Teach me how about logistics. Teach me about the proper way for dealing with costs. Teach me the right way to promote these things. Teach me and invest in me, because we have the ideas. We're the ones who, the small people are the ones who have the really big, unique ideas that a lot of people need, but we don't have enough voices telling people this is what it is. Miss Alicia, having platforms like this and reaching out to people like this, like I have no idea how you found me, but thank you for finding me.